But they kicked me out, so I don't know what's going on now.
Who kicked you out?
The staff and the cops, they kicked everybody out.
Did they kick the sheriff out?
And I tried to stay because I wanted to give the doctors some letters telling them they were in contempt of Congress and committing a federal crime if they went in and took the tube out. And they wouldn't let me stay and give them the letters.
Repeat her statement. She said,
I took her arms like this and I said, Terry, if you could just say I want to live, this would be all over today. I said, can you just really try and say I want to live? And Terri went, and then she screamed, really loud so that they heard around the hallway. And she couldn't get the rest of it out and she started crying and I just sort of started stroking her face and saying, it's okay, Terri, you said enough, it's okay.
Is that being reported up the line?
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess they had a live feed on MSNBC when I said it. I didn't realize that.
Right. Well, according to the lieutenant who's across the street right now, he's saying that never happened.
Oh.
He's already followed up by saying that never happened.
What lieutenant?
That what never happened?
The statement.
I made it up.
I know. I'm just telling you what he said.
Suzanne was in there. Her aunt was in there.
Great.
Her brother-in-law was in there.
Kick you guys out?
Because whatever they do, they don't want the family there when they do it. They would take the feeding tube out right there in her room.
But her physician would do it, right? That's what
I would presume so.
Her
So they're saying that I made that up?
That's what the lieutenant was saying. That he said.
What lieutenant?
See the gentleman with the folder in his arms.
The guy who
right
wasn't
there.
even in there?
He wasn't there. I'm just telling you what he said. Very respectfully. I'm not trying to get in the middle of the story.
I know.
I went over and I asked
Hey,
him.
I don't care. I got big shoulders.
Okay.
It's the same kind of habeas that you would do for a prisoner on death row, because Terri really is a prisoner on death row. Right. No, we would take Terri to Washington. Yep. Well, actually, Michael has to take Terri to Washington. That would be even more interesting. You'll have to rent a medical plane and get a wheelchair, and her wheelchair's been broken since 1999, so they're going to have to get it fixed so they can take her in there. So that's what I was talking to her about when she tried to say I want to live. I was telling her, you're going to have a wheelchair after we go to Congress, and then we can take you to the mall when you get back.
You heard Terri say I want to live?
Yes, I asked her to say it. Yeah, I was in there, Suzanne was in there, her aunt was in there, Suzanne's husband was in there, and the lady police officer outside the door heard it. Yes.
Did you get her name?
No, but she's the only lady in there. So, yeah. I said, can you just really try and say I want to live? And Terri went, and then she screamed, really loud so that they heard around the hallway.